Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning, calling in is the great state of, well, Senator Rick Scott from the great state of Florida. And Florida is becoming even a greater state. I mean, there's so many things going on. It is unbelievable. Senator Scott, I mean, I gave out these numbers the other day. 24 million people in Florida, just about, and the budget is less than New York City, which is 8.5 million people, and the budget is like $10 billion more a year for 8.5 billion people versus 24. What are you guys doing? You were the governor for, what, 12 years, was it, or in Florida? What are you guys doing right? 8 years. What are you guys doing so right?
To balance the budget. John, it's actually not that hard. We do what families care about, and we don't waste our money on other things. We work on getting people jobs. We work on making sure kids have great school choice and they get a great education. Keep the cost of living down. Focus on law enforcement. Make sure you can be safe in your neighborhood. And we don't waste your time on other stuff. When I was governor, we added 1.7 million jobs. When I became governor in 2011, New York had more people than Florida. I think 8 years later, we had 4 million more people in Florida than in New York, because people are tired. They're tired of the taxes, the fees, the add to New York. Like, you look at Mondami right now, you see this anti-Jew, anti-Semitism, anti-Israel attitude that Mondami has, and it's now is happening to my Jewish friends. I mean, they're protesting in their neighborhood, and Mondami does nothing. They put their strobe lights in front of little Jewish boys. Mondami does nothing about it. So he's going to get. There's more people are going to continue to leave New York City because of people like Mondami. I did a letter to the Department of Justice the other day. I want a thorough investigation of what's going on in New York City, and while Mondami won't hold anybody accountable, I want our Department of Justice under Donald Trump to do the right thing and hold the people doing these things accountable to the full extent of the law. This is despicable what Mondami has done to New York City.
Yeah, I mean, I am praying. President Trump originally gave me the mission to get Curtis Lewa out of the election in New York City, and I failed it because Curtis stayed in, but he got the lowest number ever in Republican history, 7%. And President Trump said, I'd rather have a Democrat, Andrew Cuomo, than have a socialist. And it was a perfect storm. And I guess he got elected. And I'm hoping that some common sense comes about him. But right now, I mean, time is going to run out. And I had said to him when I met with him, he's on the edge of disaster or on the edge of success.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he wants to open up a grocery store, right? I mean, socialism has never, ever worked. The only way people stay in power in socialism is they kill everybody that opposes them. So, but the violence right now in the streets in New York against Jews is extremely dangerous. These are terrorist sympathizers who only care about hurting our Jewish citizens and hurting Israel. So it's unlawful and un-American. So I wish that Mondami or Hochul or somebody up there, if not, I hope the Department of Justice is able to do something.
I hope so, and I hope that the checks and balances work in New York, and we're all working hard for that. What else keeps you up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, we've got to figure out how to make sure Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. So I applaud President Trump for all his efforts to make sure Iran cannot kill us by getting a nuclear weapon into New York City or any other place in the country. So I know President Trump is working hard on this. Hopefully, the Iranian regime will come to their senses, and they will never have a nuclear weapon, never have ballistic missiles. They'll stop being a death machine. They have been a death machine for 47 years, death machine to Americans for 47 years. It's the most evil group. You look at what she's done and Putin's done and the Ayatollah done, and you think, who wants to destroy other people's lives like this? Don't they care about somebody? So I applaud the president because he's trying his best to try to improve the world for all Americans.
Do one of the big things that we're all concerned about is the election in November. And I believe that our energy prices have to be way down, back to normal by September. And our interest rates have to come down because Chairman Powell, I think, was working against the system and added politics to the system versus just plain finance. Any gut feeling?
Well, I'm hopeful that the Iranian conflict will be over. I applaud the president what he's trying to do. I think Kevin Warsh, the new chairman of the Federal Reserve, is going to have a difficult time cleaning up, but he's smart. He's going to work hard. The problem we have with inflation, actually long term, is nothing the president can do. It's what Congress has to do. We have to balance the budget. We passed the budgets. We're running $2 trillion deficits. It's forcing the federal government to buy or issue another $2 trillion for the Treasury's year. So that makes it very difficult for interest rates to come down. But I know this president cares about balancing the budget. Unfortunately, we have a Congress now that doesn't. They want earmarks. Like we're spending money all over this country. Like there's money for a fake elephant exhibit on the New Jersey Turnpike, I think it is. I mean, you can't spend money. You wouldn't spend your money like this, John. Why is the government spending your money like this? It just makes you mad. Thousands of earmarks by these Democrats.
Well, Senator, all we can do is me and you and the people that care about our kids and grandkids to work harder and try to get some common sense in America. And the only thing that's going to change, the Democratic Socialist Party, Senator, has taken over the Democratic Party. And and you know what it's going to take? It's going to take what happened in 1984. And the Republican Party has to win 49 states. And that way the Democratic Party will learn its lesson.
We'll do it. It's going to happen. I'm optimistic. People are mad. People are going to show up this November.
Well, Senator Rick Scott, thank you for calling in this Sunday morning, and let's talk again real soon.
All right. See you, John. Have a good day.